What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Chris and Tim podcast, episode number 17. We got Chris here today. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing pretty well. How's going on?
Not too bad. We see Devin Copeland in the chat. What's up? Sorry about for the little bit of late start. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. Also, I started late. It's my fault. But, you know, when it rains, it pours, and it happens. But we're here, and we're having a good time. Did you have a good week over here, Chris?
No, but it's cool.
No, just because of stuff going on with Washington, or no, because of personal stuff?
Just personal stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry to hear about that. Hopefully everything will improve. But, all right, well, let's improve this by talking a little bit of Washington football news. And we ended last show with what was going to happen with Morgan Moses. And I even mentioned at one point, does this mean a cut is imminent? Because why in the world would you say you're going to trade him? And I didn't like that idea, but at the time I said that, and then sure enough, a day and a half later, we hear that Morgan Moses was cut from the football team. What do you think about this move? Do you like it? Do you like the young guys, or do you think it's bad?
I mean, you didn't get nothing for him. Didn't get nothing for him. I mean, you saved $7 million for whatever that's worth. You got rid of him for what? I mean, for me, you have no veteran guys on the team. So how the heck are you really supposed to grow? You bring in these young guys. Who's leading them?
Yeah,
Jonathan Allen, he's a leader. He's young. He needs to be led. Chase Young, he's a leader. He's young. He needs to be led. So, I mean, I guess to say you $7 million, but I mean, it's cool, I guess. And I also heard that Morgan Moses actually didn't want to trade.
He wanted to stay.
No, I think he rather to be cut rather than be traded.
Hit the open market, see what he can make.
Yeah, maybe
that would make sense. Because now he's going to get paid whatever he's going to get paid from Washington, because we still have money owed to him. I don't know exactly, like maybe $2-3 million, and now he can go get his own contract somewhere else. But it depends on what he gets paid. I guess maybe that was a interesting gamble on his part, because I don't know how much somebody's going to pay him, and I don't think to this day he's still signed.
I think he's going to get 4 years, $50 million, 35 guaranteed.
No shot. You think?
Why not?
I think he's only going to get like a 1-year deal. He's going to get a prove-it-year deal.
Well, maybe. Who knows? But we all know the Seahawks need something. You know, he might just go to the Panthers.
Because who did they sign? Or who did they get as
got
their
the money.
tackle?
They're gonna
Did they go get Radunes? I think in the draft.
They got Christensen, but he's not gonna start. Yep. He's gonna learn behind Cam Irvin for a year at their left tackle.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I think they got Deontay Brown as their right tackle. Not their right tackle, their right guard. I don't know who their right tackle is, but I think you put Morgan Moses in there. I said Morgan Moses. You put Morgan Moses in there, that's a solid offensive line, ready to go.
Yeah, going back to that, I was pretty confused on why they decided to move on to save this $7 million, because you mentioned that they're going to get $7.75 million back, but for what? Like, what are we using that money on? Because we didn't need that money to extend our players, because we're not paying them any more money this year. We are now going from about $13 million to about $21 million-ish of cap space. And this is where I was thinking, is there an imminent move with a big quarterback splash potential out of this free agency? Otherwise, why are we saving the money?
I mean, we don't need the money. I was watching Street Score's video, and it says next year we got $61 million. So that little $7 million doesn't mean crap to me. I mean, unless you were trying to bring in a KJ Wright, a Richard Sherman, which you should, by the way, because you have the money. Why wouldn't you? Get Bostic out of there, throw Jamin at middle linebacker, throw KJ at his original position on the outside, and let's get this Joe moving. You got the money to do what? Spend it. 1 year, $5 million won't hurt for KJ Wright. Unless you want to lock him up for the next 2 years, he can actually help Jamin and Cole and them. Give him 2 years, $10 million. That's $5 million guaranteed.
I love
Boom.
that idea. Bringing in some veteran leadership into that locker room for the linebackers. I think that's way better than John Bostic leadership. I just think you're getting way
and
more
Boston
experience.
Boston could be good as a backup.
Yeah, as a rotational guy, I mean, he does get a bunch of tackles, so that's good about him. He's not the fastest guy in the world, though. He can't cover to save his life, but he does come in like in maybe obvious run-down situations where that could be
I like
interesting.
him on third downs.
Well, I wouldn't want him in coverage, though.
Yeah, not on coverage in third downs, but
okay, third and shorts maybe.
Yeah,
like
I mean, he made this one play against the 49ers where it was a third down. He threw it to the outside, and he made it. I think it was like 3rd and 1, and he tackled the guy for a loss. He got there just in the nick of time as the ball got there, so I like that play.
There you go.
I mean, I'm not putting him in coverage. Like, if I'm going to blitz, I want Bostic in.
Right. Yep. Well, fair enough. All right. So you're thinking that we're just going to use that money maybe to fill some extra holes on the team. I still like the idea of maybe going to make a splash.
To be honest with you.
What's that?
I don't think they're going to do nothing. I don't think they're going to do anything with it.
They may just save it for in season transactions. For injuries.
I was like, maybe somebody get hurt, then you'd be like, okay, let's go sign. But I don't even see why would you want to sign. I mean, you're not going anywhere. I can see if you wanted to sign if you was a championship contender, sure. But even then, what's the point of me signing? I mean, unless you was willing to do a sign and trade at the deadline, and you needed that $7 million, maybe you wanted to sign and trade Sheriff if somebody really needed some offensive line help. You just sign and trade Sheriff. But even then, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was a very confusing move. What are you guys saying over here? What up, Roger? He says, hey, Tim and Chris. Devin Copeland says, what do y'all think about McCain being used in more of a DB role instead of just safety? That's an interesting question. I didn't have that. Do you want to answer that real quick?
I don't care nothing about Bobby McCain. I don't.
Tell us how you really feel, Chris.
He's irrelevant to me. He may make the team. He may not make the team. He's not going to be much of anything. I don't care.
Yeah, I think putting him in the free safety role is the best play because I don't know who else we really will be happy to put back there right now.
I would be happy to put Kendall back there.
Well, then who's our third corner? Because now we would have Benjamin St. Juste and we have
I said
William Jackson.
Throw Apke in the slot.
Throw Apke in the slot. Apke did take some snaps at corner.
We're not going anywhere. So why not throw these young guys out there? You obviously, it's clear that they actually want to keep Apke for some odd reason. Throw Apke out there corner, see what he has. Throw Saint Goat out there corner. Give these guys some experience. We're not going anywhere. You can't just say sit them, and then you sit them. Then what? They still have to. You have to go for cornerback. You got to go against the Julios. These different kinds of receivers. Playing against them is the only way to get the experience. You be like, okay, this is his tendency. This is what I need to work on. You just sitting them or protecting them. That's not going to do nothing. Why do you think Curl turned out to be a star towards the end of the year? He wasn't that well. He didn't play that well in the beginning. Towards the end, star. Chase Young did not play that well in the beginning. Towards the end, he made his name. His name what it was actually supposed to be. Antonio Gibson struggled with running the football because he was learning a new position. Turns out towards the end of the year, he gets it. You got to throw those guys out there. Let them know. Let them learn. And just encourage them. That's all you can.
But just thinking about why are we keeping Troy Apke? Troy Apke, you're probably going to hate this because you hate the idea of even thinking about special teams. But right now on our punt defense team, our actual punt team, we have probably the most athletic gunner duo in the league with Troy Apke and Derek Forrest.
Does it? But does that really matter?
I mean, special teams is extremely important. I mean, it's bit us in the past for sure. I think we've been okay as of late, but special teams is extremely important.
Who cares about special teams? Other than a punting you,
yeah. Well,
I don't care.
You say that until somebody returns a punt and then we lose a game by 3 because Troy Apke missed a tackle.
I mean, I guess, but
yep.
That's what you drafted Forrest for. Let him be that.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's go ahead and hop into some OTAs start this week. And there's some interesting stuff coming out right now. And first and foremost, you brought up in the pre-show that you wanted to talk about how Ron Rivera quoted saying players are now gravitating towards him being Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I thought this question when you brought that up, is there actually a true competition at quarterback between Fitzpatrick, Heineke, Allen, Montez, or even if it's just two of them, or is Fitzpatrick basically handed the job here?
Fitzpatrick handed the job. That's what it seems like. Ron Rivera lies again. So that's what you should title this video. Lies again. Oh, I'm going to have an overcut. No, you're not. Because it's just clear that Ryan Fitzpatrick getting all the first-team reps. Taylor Heineke just getting throwing the backups. So, I mean, the team's gravitated towards them. Oh, yeah. Then I hear that he said he's going to throw the ball to a spot, whether the receiver's there or not. So whatever that means, that spells for 16 interceptions this year. I'm going to throw it to a spot. I'm not going to throw it directly to you.
To be fair, the quote was actually saying early on it's going to lead to mistakes because I'm going to put it in a certain spot. Then we're going to go back over and film with him and the receivers and talk about, okay, this is why I think the ball should be here. Then Terry McLaurin and the receivers can talk about, well, I prefer the ball here, blah, blah, blah. And there could be a back and forth. So by the beginning of the season, they have a rapport of where is the ball going to be. I want to be a little fair to him. But that was a funny quote if you take it like that, where it's like, I don't care where the receiver is. I'm throwing it where I think it should be, and I hope they're there. It's like, oh, that's why you always have worse than a 2-to-1 interception ratio to touchdowns.
My thing is this.
Yeah.
He's trying to make it seem like he's the franchise quarterback. Nobody needs all that chemistry. We're not going anywhere. Go out there, throw the football, and call it a week. We're not going no. Oh, I want you here. I want you there. You're gonna be here for 1 year, and you're leaving.
Giving our team bad habits.
I guess. They like him. Good for them. I prefer Heineke, but
honestly, though, to answer the original question, though, I actually do agree with you. I don't think there is a true competition. I think that Fitzpatrick was brought in here to start, and that's what's going to happen. Heineke, the backup, and there's really no shot, barring a complete collapse from Ryan Fitzpatrick. But at this point, he's so seasoned. He's been here for so long. He's only improved as his age is now. Improvements is all relative, so he's not great, but he's still improved based on throughout his career. And I just don't think that there's any way that Heineke can sneak into that starting spot, even if he lights it up and does well.
If he lights it up, he needs to be in.
But as I said, it's more of like it's Fitzpatrick's job to lose than Heineke's job to win. Like it's very. I mean, the amount that Heineke would have to do to earn that starting job is such a high mountain that he would have to climb that I don't think it's even possible for somebody like Taylor Heineke. Even though I like Heineke, I thought he did well, but I think they're scared of his injuries, that they think that it was more of a fluke, like that he didn't have film against him, and like, hey, you played well, you earned yourself a contract, but you're not somebody that we're really considering to be the starting position right now.
Well, he's the only one that's played in the playoff game. What has Ryan Fitzpatrick played in? Well, exactly.
A couple of regular season games against the Patriots.
That's it. But yet you want to start. You know what?
I did read that Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's facing 3 more teams this year, that if he loses to 3 teams, he's lost to 31 out of the 32 teams in the league as a starting quarterback. He's almost lost to all the teams. Unlike Brett Favre, who beat all the teams after he went back and beat Green Bay after being a longtime quarterback for the Packers. He will be one of the only players, or he will be the only player to be a starting quarterback and lost to 31 out of 32 teams. The last team that he wouldn't have lost to actually is kind of surprising, to be honest. Actually, is it? I don't know, because I guess it's not surprising because, yeah, how would he lose to this team reasonably is the Detroit Lions will be the last team remaining that need to beat Ryan Fitzpatrick to complete the 32 out of 32. Yeah,
The Lions.
they're struggling for sure. We don't play them this year, so that will not happen unless if
last year.
we did play them last year and we screwed it up. What about Hicks if Arizona cuts him, the linebacker?
No.
Because it wouldn't hurt to get
Akeem Hicks is not a linebacker. He's a D tackle.
But no, he said, how about Hicks if Arizona cuts him? Is he on Arizona now? I know he was on Bears. I don't know who the Hicks guy is referring
Which
to.
Hicks are you talking about? All I know is Akeem.
Jordan Hicks?
No.
I'm not really familiar with Jordan Hicks. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know.
You know, I'm hearing that the Cowboys may trade Van Der Esch. I'm telling you, if they cut Van Der Esch, we need to go get him.
I would agree. I am not opposed to bringing any sort of competent linebacker into this locker room. I'm really not.
I really want Jalen Smith. If Cowboys even think about releasing Jalen Smith, I am on that immediately. And I mean immediately. Jalen Smith here with Cole Holcomb. You realize Jalen Smith ran a 4.4?
I did not know Jalen Smith ran a 4.4.
You putting him with Jamin?
With Jamin Davis and Cole Holcomb? That's the fastest linebacker trio in the league.
With a re-innovated Jalen Smith because you playing behind the defense. Romberg gonna fire you up. This is your, not gonna say last chance, but this is your chance to stick it to the Cowboys, get your contract, go get him if he gets cut. Somebody got to get cut.
That's
you can't
interesting.
keep all those linebackers. If Jabril Cox get cut, I want him.
That's really interesting, actually. I like that. I would love to do that. That would be fun. Jordan Hicks. Yeah, sorry.
Jaden Stearns get cut.
Roger. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with Jordan. What up, Yuki? Yeah, definitely will be 5-12 with Fitzpatrick. Hey, for you, Yuki, we're gonna be ranking the NFC West for you later, so stick around for that. That'll be fun.
I wanted Hassan Reddick, to be honest with you.
Hassan Reddick? Yeah, that would have been fun. He was a great...
I think he had like 6 sacks in one game last year.
Something 5 maybe against the Giants, right? Was it against the Giants?
Yeah, I was it? Yeah, it had to have been against them. Was it? No, it was no, it wasn't against the Cardinals. He played on the Cardinals.
I think it was
the
Giants.
Yeah. It was the Giants. It was.
I think it was 5 sacks in one game. It was insane. But, all right, continue on from OTA things. Here's an interesting bit. We just talked about Morgan Moses being cut. Here is the starting lineup at OTA's day 1. Sadiq Charles at left tackle, Wes Switzer at left guard, Rouye, of course, at center, and Brandon Sheriff, of course, at right guard. And Cornelius Lucas actually moving over to the right side. And Charles and Lucas currently are our starting tackles and day 1 of OTAs. I ask you, Chris, is this our starting offensive line week 1 against the Chargers?
No. One, Leno had a baby, so he wasn't there, and I believe Cosme would be in there. Plus, I also heard a report that said don't read too much into it, so that makes sense.
Well, we're here to read into it. And I'm just sad that Sadiq Charles is still considered a tackle. I want Sadiq Charles as a guard.
We got too many guards to begin with.
Then cut him.
Flowers is definitely a starter. There's no question. He's definitely going to be the starter. Sheriff, that's a given. So where's Sadiq Charles? He's the backup.
Man, I wish we let go of Sheriff now.
Oh, no. Now you're going too far.
I wish we somehow, Sheriff is not on this team. We could have saved the $18 million, used it somewhere else, and then on top of that, we could have Sadiq Charles as our right guard, Flowers as our left guard, Switzer as the backup guard, then Leno and Lucas starting with Cosme as a rookie, being our swing tackle, learning from these two to potentially be a starting right tackle later down the road. That's what I would have rather have kept Morgan Moses right now than Brandon Sheriff. Less money, not as talented, but we just keep him there, and then we never even bring in Leno. Just keep even pay Leno $5 million.
I agree with you now because we're gonna let him walk anyway. So it would have been nice to keep the $18 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I have to agree with you on that.
Leno will start, says Protect. Maybe. I mean,
It's gonna
Sadiq
be a
Charles,
battle.
he's
Sure.
got to step up at some point, right? He's now going into his third year. He was drafted the same year as Terry, I think. So he's going into his third season now. Or no, wait, was he drafted No, he was drafted the same year as Joe Burrow, so that was last year. So he was only a rookie last year. So this will be a sophomore
Yeah,
year.
he was. He's supposed to be a left tackle. But Eric Flowers is definitely the starter for the next 2 years that he's been here. Maybe then he should be ready, if that's what they're trying to do.
True.
But if we had that $18 million right now, I'd throw whatever I can at Deshaun. You're just not getting Chase, Duran, or Montez. If I give you Montez, like I said, I want me a first back.
Yuki says at least Jimmy G won 2 playoff games. Did Ryan Fitzpatrick make the playoffs in 20? I could have won those 2 playoff games as the quarterback of the 49ers. He threw the ball 8 times in a victory. I think it was over Minnesota. I could have been the starting quarterback and won those 2 playoff games. Okay, Aaron Rodgers scored 7 points in that NFC Championship game. I would have just handed it off to Raheem Mostert all game and still win that playoff game. Like, our defense could have won that alone. The offense could have gone home, and we just played defense versus offense, and the Niners defense would have won that game by themselves by scoring 14 points on defense. Okay? Like, good. I give I give negative credit for Jimmy G. Negative credit. Jimmy G was the beneficiary of a fantastic football team, and I don't give him any credit. Sorry, that was a tangent. But nonetheless, we literally have better defense than the Niners. Maybe, yeah, we're ranked pretty high now. Uh-oh, I lost you a little bit, Chris.
Yeah. My phone overheated. That's why.
Uh-oh. Well, let's
So
hopefully
let me go.
cool it down. Put it in a cup of ice water. Just kidding. Don't do that. We getting you back? It's loading. Up.
God.
All right, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, perfect. I got you. And your defense ain't going to be any better this season? Oh, gosh. There's trash talk in the comments. All right, so there's a couple of things here from OTAs. I got an article here from Sports Illustrated, it looks like, that they had somebody there at our OTAs. Landon Collins has participated in a team stretch in some light individuals, but not participated yet because of his torn Achilles. Let's see here. I did see a few drops were a small problem for some new faces in the OTAs. Can you hear me, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. Your video's frozen a little bit again, but at least I can hear you. It's fine. Maybe if your phone will calm down, we'll go back to it. So rookie De'Ami Brown apparently dropped an easy catch down the sideline. I don't think that that's going to be a continuous thing. I'm sure it's a lot of jitters being on the field for the first time. And same thing as this one's a little bit, I don't know. Sammis Reyes had a bad drop during OTAs apparently. So is there anything to worry about with these young players? Do you think Sammis Reyes, that really hurts him?
I mean, Sam is still learning, so that doesn't help him. De'Ami, I mean, as a receiver, you want to drop some. You're not going to catch every pass.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think it's nothing.
Fair enough.
If it was Cam Sims or AGG, something like that, then it's something.
So even
'Cause
when
it's like-
paired with John Bostic, Jamin Davis seemed to be working mostly at Mike linebacker. So they're starting him at middle linebacker, even with John Bostic on the field. So that's exciting. We may have our true, if everybody wasn't sure where exactly is he going to play, and he still may play multiple positions, but currently they are starting him at the Mike, which may go to a testament to how much intelligence they believe he has, because I would imagine the Mike linebacker is more difficult than the outside linebacker. So they're throwing him right into the fray of the most important linebacker position.
I told you we should draft him at 19, but that's none of my business. He was like, Jamin, that might be a little bit too early. That's too early. No, Jamin Davis at 19.
Jamin Davis is a boom or bust project, so or prospect.
Oh,
and Well, it's boom. And when I say boom, I'm talking to like he could be like this was the perfect situation for him where he could be a top tier linebacker in the league. So I'm not saying he's not worth the 19 pick. I'm just saying it's a low floor, high ceiling kind of pick.
What? Who is his floor? What? Give him a player.
Who's his floor?
Yeah.
He could flop like Isaiah Simmons did, unfortunately, last year. Isaiah Simmons,
I don't think
great
Isaiah,
athlete.
that's different. I think the problem with Isaiah Simmons was even coming in, they didn't know where to play him. He can literally play corner. He can play safety. He can play linebacker. He can play edge. They didn't know where to put him. So that's kind of their fault. And when you got a young guy out there and you're just trying to throw him around places to see what's best fits him, I mean, what you should do for a good part of the season, you know what? Let's put him here. Let's see how good he does. He don't do that. Okay, now for the middle part of the season, let's put him here. And that way he has a good, he has a good workload where it's to like, okay, this is what I need to do here. Let me focus on here. I'm not doing that well here. Let me go here. And that way you can play him to his strength. They're just throwing him out there, like just saying, just go do it. So that's probably, I believe in Isaiah. If they don't want to, I would take him.
I just can't imagine where
I'd take him.
I just can't imagine where Jamin Davis is just meh in this defense.
I like him.
Yeah. I don't know, and
And
I gave the pick
probably-
an A. I gave the pick an A. I'm not sitting here trying to go back on it like I think the pick was bad. I think the pick was good. And we definitely a position of need, super athletic dude. But he definitely has some things to work on from when I watched in college. But he's in the best possible situation. So I don't want to act like I'm hating on him by any
I mean,
means.
everybody does. Everybody
Right.
has something to work on. It's just I believe he has the best chance to succeed because of our track record of developing players.
Yep.
And him playing behind that D line, he can take some chances. And I don't want to say that secondary because I don't believe in our safeties at all. Unless you talk, the only safety I believe in is Cam Girl. But Will Jack, Kendall, I really want Saint Goat to start. I believe that if he starts, he can be a top 10 cornerback right away. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care how y'all feel. Saint Goat, I watched this film. That dude has Richard Sherman as his ceiling. Richard Sherman, and I think he has Quentin Dunbar as his floor.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
really like Saint Goat. Dunbar wasn't trash, by the way. He was just the dot right in the head.
All Fitz and Heineke has to do is manage the game. It's still a team game. Don't put it all on the QB. Run it a lot more. Play sound defense, kick well, and we should win more than we lose. I mean, I predict a 10-7 record, so I can agree with that for sure. And I hope if we could get what the Jets got out of him, I believe it was 2014, 2013, maybe, or was it, how long ago was it? It was somewhere in that range where he had 31 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. So I hope that's what we get out of Ryan Fitzpatrick. But for those of you who, I don't know if anybody in my comment section are, but I know that some big Skins fans are, for QB Steven Montez, apparently he is not doing well in practice, struggling to hold on to the ball, turnovers, and not a good start for Steven Montez, the offshoot favorite from a lot of fans. They really want to give him a shot. All right, so before day one even ended for the OTAs of the Washington football team, a new tight end emerges out of nowhere, it seems. Ricky Seals-Jones from Arizona and Cleveland. Is this a guy that you see could make an impact on this team? Do you think he's a good pickup? Do you like the scoop? What do you think? What's up?
I like Rick.
You like Rick?
He's talented. I always thought the Chiefs just didn't know how to use him. But he's talented. If you want to, I really think they like Bates. Bates not going anywhere. Does he make the team? So who's the tight end? No, he won't make it. He probably go in the practice squad of anything. He's even gonna be a practice squad because I think it's gonna be Logan Sammis. Sammis is definitely gonna be number 2. So I think it's gonna be Logan Sammis. Bates. Who's the 4th one?
He would be the 4th one. There's Hemingway. And there might be one more that's kind of irrelevant. I think Hemingway was the other one.
He'll beat out Hemingway. So it'll be Logan, Samus, Bates, and Ricky. And I think you can use him as a red zone threat. There I go freezing again.
Yeah, we can hear you though, so no big deal. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm kind of going back and forth on this, and you know what the idea that just popped into my head. I think he might be a security blanket if Samus Reyes doesn't work out. So if Samus Reyes completely flops, then Samus Reyes might be the one that gets cut, and then Ricky Seals-Jones comes in to replace him as the tight end that, like, the red zone threat, the big-bodied guy that he may have only been brought in to basically give us a last option, just in case option for a Samus Reyes if he falls apart. Then, because I don't see them carrying more than 3 tight ends personally, because nobody uses a fullback anymore. We don't need 4 tight ends, and then it would be the Logan Thomas, Ricky Seals-Jones, and John Bates would be the 3 tight ends. But if Samus does show up to be what a lot of us want him to be, then he will be the tight end number 2, and then Seals-Jones will not make the team. He was just there as a just in case.
I disagree. I think Bates would get in before Ricky. I think they really like Bates. I think they really like Bates.
I said Bates. I said Bates was making the team either way. I was saying that Ricky Seals would take Samus' spot, but go ahead.
Oh no, I'm saying
Okay.
Bates would take Samus' spots. Because, I mean, he's a 4th round pick. You got to do something with him. But, I mean, if you really wanted a tight end, O.J. Howard's out there.
Try to go make a trade for Mr. OJ?
I mean, I doubt it, but he's definitely talented. He's coming off an Achilles, but, I mean, if you want, I give us a 6 for him.
Ryan Fitzpatrick actually talked about O.J. Howard and how much of just an absolute beast of a man he was when he walked by him. But he did say that Samus Reyes was even more impressive of a specimen as a human being, that when he walked by him, he thought he was even more starstruck almost of like, wow, this guy is just such a built human being meant to be a tight end in the NFL. So Ryan Fitzpatrick did talk about the comparison to O.J. Howard.
Samus Reyes is going to pan out. He's going to have 10 touchdowns this year in the red zone.
10 touchdowns in the red zone. That would be fun to see. That would be fun. All right. Well, that's the Washington football team talk we have for today. We're going to continue on talking about Julio Jones, apparently on the move from the Atlanta Falcons. Did you see this Shannon phone call? Chris, you're actually the one who told me about it, so of course you've seen it. But what did you think about Shannon not immediately telling him that he was live on air during this conversation? And it wasn't until the end of the conversation where he said that he threw in there, "Oh yeah, we're live."
I mean, I think that was a little bit out of bounds. But I mean, they had that kind of relationship. If Julio had a problem with it, we would have heard it by now. But he obviously doesn't. They have a good relationship. But even if he did, I'm sure he didn't care. We already knew he was gone. We already knew he wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's no news. He called them for Skip to tell him that, are you going to Dallas? He said no. I don't want to go to Dallas. So I don't have a problem with it.
Skip's face when he said that, where it's like, oh, you want to win? Don't go to Dallas then. And he goes, oh, Skip, hey, you already know. Or Shannon, you already know I know that. And Skip's whole demeanor, when he first heard that, oh, see, I told you, he's out of there. He's out of Atlanta. He was like, his eyes lit up and was like, oh, yes. He's wearing Cowboys gear. He's going to be the next Cowboy. He's going to be paired with us. He's so excited. He didn't say all this, but you could just see it in his face. And then when he said Shannon, you already know I know. It was completely like the demeanor completely changed. It was hysterical, and I loved to see that.
Somebody said, I was in a live stream today, and somebody said, if Julio Jones was traded to the Cowboys, he'd be the fourth best receiver on that team. Where?
On what planet is that person? What is this? Juan Gotti's takes?
Where? How? Like, first of all, I'm getting so sick and tired of the Dallas Cowboys receiving core hype. First off, Amari Cooper is terrible on the road. He chokes too much. Michael Gallup's pretty good. CD Lamb is a beast. But you got one receiver who almost never shows up. The other one is decent, and you got one beast. So what makes them so great? I'm confused.
Well, Sime Fioco's there now too. I like their receiving core. I am one of those that
receiving core. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're just not great.
I think they're pretty great.
Brown.
I think they would probably be a top 5 receiving core if you actually started putting it out there.
They're
like
not
comparing
the Browns.
The Browns, yeah, I mean, you could probably put the Browns above them, right? I'm trying to think now. Like, I mean, if you include tight ends, then yeah. But if you just go receivers, OBJ is obviously the best out of all the people that we've mentioned. And then where do you put Jarvis on that list? I'd probably want Cooper and CeeDee Lamb over Jarvis.
What?
I would personally. I think I would want.
What does either one of them do better than Jarvis?
Well, they have more size than him, so you could do a little bit more of going up and going to get it, where Jarvis is a more possession receiver.
You do realize Jarvis has one of the best footwork in the NBA and
yeah,
NFL,
he's a
right?
fantastic route runner. He's got great hands, one-handed catches.
They can't even compare to him in catching. It's not even close.
He probably has better hands, especially over CeeDee Lamb right now. And Amari Cooper's not known for his one-handed grabs and going up and going to get it. I can agree with that. But Amari Cooper can run the whole route tree. He has no problem running routes. And he could catch it with
show up.
He could catch it all the time. He's got great hands. I love Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper's the number 2 receiver.
I guess. Cooper over Landry. Tim, are you okay? Did you get hit by a smooth criminal? Dude, I bet if we go back to Chris's top 20 receivers, he had Amari Cooper over Jarvis Landry. Like, this is not out of bounds. Nobody puts Landry over Cooper.
Forgot about Jarvis.
So find me a list where somebody puts Jarvis over Cooper. You're not finding it.
He's definitely better than Cooper.
Send me a list. You guys go find me a list online. Send it to me on Discord of somebody ranking the receivers and ranking Amari Cooper behind Jarvis Landry. You're not going to find it.
I just think where he was drafted at is that's what got him overhyped.
Maybe. I mean, I can understand that.
Because I'm not going to say he's horrible, but he's horrible.
Juan Gotti predicted Dwayne Haskins to win MVP. I don't hate Juan Gotti. Juan Gotti, he's just a character. He says the darnest things. Gallup is their best receiver, says Roger Smith. I disagree. I would take CeeDee Lamb 1,000%. I would also take Amari Cooper. But even if you guys want to have the hatred towards Amari Cooper, I'm taking CeeDee Lamb over Michael Gallup. I think that's obvious. I think that's obvious. But all right. But anyway, back to the Julio Jones topic. So we know he's not going to Dallas. Where is Julio Jones going to end up? Go ahead and pick your favorite. Only one. I don't want to, for now. What is the one team, one prediction? Where is he going to end up in this offseason?
Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens, huh?
They need him like nobody's business. If you put Julio Jones on the Ravens, It
filthy.
is them and the Browns competing to come out of the AFC. Why? Solid line. They got the best run game in the NFL. It's not even close.
Ravens?
And then,
Ravens?
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you add Lamar, they are pretty incredible with Lamar's ability
They
to run the
was never
football.
one in rushing last year.
Yeah,
Now,
I just think of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt when I think running game. But of course, if you add the quarterback element with being able to run the ball, yeah. But no, okay, with Lamar, yes, they're top tier for sure. But go on, sorry.
That's why I said the Browns and the Ravens.
Uh,
Because when you look at the Browns they got a great run game. They got everything. That's number one. And they got the secondary that Ravens have. Just as good. They probably got some better safeties.
yeah.
But when you
I
look
love that
at
corner trio though for the Ravens.
Bateman, Julio Jones, Tylen Wallace, Devin Duvernay, Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews. It's no excuse for Lamar. The only excuse that I would give Lamar is the play calling. If the play calling is still read option, you can forget about it. Forget about it.
What up, Jared? Apparently it's dinner time for you. Good deal. Roger Smith says Julio to the Rams, interesting, and Julio to the Buffalo Bills.
They don't have the capital.
I think he is actually going to end up on a team that I don't really consider a team that's going to win. And I think he is going to end up pairing himself, because I think the Cardinals will do it, first of all, because they've shown the willingness to trade for these kind of guys. I think he ends up in Arizona Cardinals with DeAndre Hopkins, with Kyler Murray, and we get to see the best ever wide receiver duo in history. The best wide receiver duo in history with DeAndre Hopkins and Julio Jones. Even at Julio Jones' older age, that will be the best wide receiver duo, and let's have some fun with it. I'm here for it. I don't think they're going to win, but I think it would be super exciting to see that duo and unbelievable comparison. For the Cardinals?
Because if I'm the Cardinals, you know what? You want Julio, I need Zayvon Collins, and I need Rondale Moore.
Did they get Rondale Moore? I like him. They have Rondale Moore?
Yeah.
Oh, I love them even more. I didn't know they got Rondale. Rondale's a freaking phenom. He's exciting. Oh, you put him compared with Julio and DeAndre?
I would say Isaiah Simmons and Christian Kirk should get the job done. In the third rounder, I'll do that trade.
No, I think it actually is going to be way less than people think it's going to be, because Julio Jones is so, he's aging. He's got injury concerns. He's not been healthy for the last few years, and I think it's actually going to be a much cheaper deal than some people think. And it's not going to be like first rounder plus or something like that. It's going to be less.
If Larry Fitzgerald never retired and they got Julio. Talk about receiving.
Oh, yeah, and AJ Green is there.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Oh, that'll be.
Oh, my God. Julio Jones, AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins. Take me back to 2016, and I have the best wide receiver trio in history. Like, oh my, give me all of them at the top of their game. Oh my God. And then Rondale Moore out of the slot, doing the jet sweeps, doing it all. Oh, and then Kyler Murray's legs. That might be the most dynamic. That'd be the most dynamic offense in the NFL. Would it be the best offense? Maybe not, but the most dynamic. That would be through the roof.
Why wouldn't it be the best? You got what?
Well, I mean, you got to think about, because, Kyler Murray's an awesome quarterback, but he's not, Aaron Rodgers tier yet. So Aaron Rodgers would still have Devontae Adams. They would still be a great offense. Also, the
So,
Browns.
you got Devontae.
The Browns offense, and then you also got the Chiefs. They still have Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill. Like, I mean, Mahomes has got to be in the conversation whenever you talk about offense.
Healthy Cardinals with Julio. That's the best offense in the NFL, and it's not even close.
I don't know if it's the
Not even
best. As I
close.
said, but I mean, you still got to consider the offensive line. Did they even really address the offensive line? Also, what are they going to get out of their running backs? I think Chase Edmonds the starter right now, and James Conner. So
They might get moving Moses.
that's another option too.
What if they say, you know what, we need to run back? Let's go get Todd Gurley.
Take me back to 2016. Take me back to 2016. Todd Gurley, AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Larry Fitzgerald. Like, oh my goodness, take me back.
I quit. I'll be like, look, we did the best. I just blitz every play. Sit in the house because I can't cover them.
Oh, jeez. And then what if Antonio Brown never signed with Tampa Bay again, and then Antonio Brown went to the Cardinals?
That's impossible. They know how to go 5 wide. I go 5 wide the whole game.
They're gonna have to bring one of them in for left tackle or something, like just to have him on the field.
One at a tight end.
That is hilarious. That's a lot of fun. You mean 2015 because the Cardinals went to the playoffs that year? No. I'm talking about go back to 2016 because all of those receivers are like fantastic. Of course, Larry Fitzgerald was aging a little bit by then. He's still beastly, but he was aging by then. But I'm just saying, like, if you go back to 2016 and you have Julio Jones and then DeAndre Hopkins, probably the first and second best receivers. Actually, you have to keep Antonio Brown in there. So 2 out of the top 3 receivers in the league with Antonio Brown. OBJ was good then too. Anyway, you get my point. The point is those guys at the top of their game were like top tier receivers, and that's why I'm saying take me back to 2016. That was why I'm saying that. Sorry, I guess if that was going over people's heads. But anyway, so that's my prediction. I think he goes to the Arizona Cardinals. You say he goes to the Baltimore Ravens. I think that's fun. And then a couple of other people said some interesting things. Jared agrees for Julio to the Ravens. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. I liked that conversation. But moving on, and we're going to go back to our NFC East. Chris, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. NFC East. And Chris posed this question to me in the pre-show, and it's an interesting one. Is the NFC East still considered a bad division in the NFL? Teams have definitely improved. Dak Prescott is back for the Cowboys, so they're going to get their quarterback back. And Daniel Jones has all sorts of weapons over there. They brought in Kenny Golladay, Kadarius Toney. They still have a couple of nice young receivers as well. And so they're an interesting team. They also were a fantastic defense last year, so if that offense could keep up with the defense, it would be very interesting. Washington has improved as well. They were a 7-9 playoff team last year, took the Super Bowl champions to the deepest out of all the other teams. Is the NFC East still a bad division? I ask you, Chris.
No. The NFC East is now the NFC West. First of all, if the Eagles stay healthy, they can get 8 wins. Don't get it twisted. Their defense is elite. You added Ryan, the GOAT Kerrigan. Their defense is elite. They got some good weapons out there. They got Jalen Hurts. You got Miles Sanders at running back. You got Devontae Smith. You got Jalen. You still got Zach Ertz there. You had things there. They're still going to finish 4th, but they're not a slouch. Then you got the New York Football Giants with Kadarius Toney, with Holiday, Evan Ingram, Kyle Rudolph, John Ross, Darius Slayton. What's that guy name? I'm missing. Sterling Shep. But then you add Kelvin Benjamin, rejuvenated
as a tight end.
Saquon Barkley.
Oof, Barkley's back.
And then you got the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, the division doesn't suck anymore. So I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, this division." No,
Where
it's
do you
not.
rank out of the 8 divisions? Where do you rank the NFC East right now?
We're making our way up. We're better than the Dolphins division.
Better than the Dolphins division. Yeah, we'll see because the Patriots and Jets probably will have off years. Then we have I think we're probably better than the Colts division with Jacksonville, Tennessee, and the Texans.
Division.
Well, Colts, Texans division, same one, yeah. I don't think we're better than the NFC West. I don't think we're better than the AFC North.
I think we got a chance.
The AFC North, I don't think so.
I don't even mention the AFC. But nobody in the NFC is messing with anybody over there. Bye.
Well, I mean, if you think about like the Chiefs division, the other teams are pretty weak outside the Chiefs. The Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers could have a decent year, but
Broncos are a sleeper. They just need a quarterback. The Chargers' problem is health.
well, I understand that, and I and if Drew Lock does what I hope Drew Lock is going to do, the Broncos could be a fantastic team. But I don't know. It's interesting. But I'm just saying, going into the season, it's not like they're projected super high. So that's interesting. So I don't know, but I don't know if you can really put us above it because I mean Kansas City is so good. If Green Bay loses Aaron Rodgers, we're better than the Green Bay's division. Minnesota, Detroit, and the Bears. I think we're better than that division. But Green Bay has to lose Aaron Rodgers first, and I don't know if that's going to happen.
Man, their division is kind of like ours in a sense. But,
yes, the media and the wise guys in the desert think we are all trash with the Cowboys leading the worst division in football. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, they were projecting the Cowboys like 9.5, 10 wins, which is not super high as the number one team, but it's not necessarily bad either. I don't know. It's interesting. All right. So, we'll move on from actually, there was a little bit of a side thing that you wanted to talk about, and I'll let you just see where you want to go with this because I'm not sure exactly which direction you wanted to go with. Is the Daniel Jones hate? What did you want to talk about with that?
I'm so sick of people doing it to Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is a talented quarterback, even though that y'all probably can barely see me. Daniel Jones is a talented quarterback. He has potential. His only problem is the turnovers. You can equate that back to the offensive line being garbage, and you also can equate that back to him trying to live up to be the number 6 overall pick and forcing things. Mm-hmm. But nobody seems to ever put that in consideration. They just go, "Oh, he's bad." You putting too much pressure on him. No O-line. He's trying to live up to be the 6th overall pick that you picked him, so he's forcing passes here and there. But it has been games. He almost took out Tampa. Mm-hmm. But nobody seems to talk about that. He almost took out Tampa. Daniel Jones is very, very talented. His only problem is now that he got everything around him, he has a defense. Now he can sit back and he can just be a quarterback. For the first time in a long time. Daniel Jones, I was very impressed with him every game I watched him. He made some mistakes. Fine. Oh, well. Everybody makes mistakes. When you don't have a freaking O-line or no Saquon, and your receivers ain't doing crap for you, and Evan Ingram dropping passes left and right, what do you expect them to do? So Daniel Jones, put some respect on Daniel Jones' name this year, because I believe in Daniel Jones. I am a believer in Daniel the GOAT Jones. And when he's stepping to Washington, D.C., he's going to show you exactly why he is a good quarterback. They'll lose, but he's going to be a good quarterback.
Yuki, Daniel Jones is only talented at interceptions. Oh, golly.
I say the same about Jimmy Garoppolo. Since you want to make fun of somebody, make fun of your quarterback.
Extra JK, y'all Chris ranting again. Oh, jeez. All right, here it is for you, okay? We're going to move on. So, because I agree. I think Daniel Jones does have some potential. But this year he has no excuses. I mean, this year he's got to step it up. I mean, he's got the weapons. He's got they've addressed their offensive line now for multiple years in a row. He's got to step it up for the Giants, and it's really a make or break year for him. Assuming health for the most part of his guys, but it's really a make or break year. All right. We'll probably do this from now on. At the end of the show, we'll go ahead and rank the division, or rank a division from top down. And this week it is the NFC West. Chris wanted to talk about it, so we're gonna rank the NFC West. Do you want to do it like alternating, where you give me the fourth place, I'll give you the third place, second place, and first place, and we'll go from there? Or
Up to you.
let's do it that way. So, who is your the worst team in that division? I'll give the third.
Seattle.
What's up?
Seattle.
Seattle is the worst team in the division.
Yeah, they're
Interesting. Okay. Why are they the fourth best team in the division?
because they don't have a defense. They have no O-line, and they're not complete at all whatsoever. They have too many holes, and your draft was terrible. Your free agency was even more worse. So where did you get better?
Impossible.
Fourth
It's
best
impossible
team.
to be worse than their draft. Dwayne Eskridge was their first pick. So bad. I'm not going to go into whether I agree or not, but okay, that's fine. We'll put them at number 4. So if they're number 4, the number 3 to me then is the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, they have potential to go up depending on where Kyler Murray goes. But they're two young linebacker duo. We'll see how they end up turning out. Isaiah Simmons last year, Zaven Collins this year. I don't know what they ended up addressing, how they addressed their corner spot. They lost Patrick Peterson, so I don't know what their corners are looking like right now. But their defense was always the question mark last year, and Ken Wisenhunt is a offensive-minded coach, and hopefully for the Cardinals' sake, he does not continue to be like a Jay Gruden, where he could not hire the right guy to fix the defense, where Ken Wisenhunt is not a defensive guy. So I would put them at number 3 if you have Seattle at number 4. So where are we going with number 2? Because obviously we're going to have I'll pick number 1.
Before we get to 3, who has the worst quarterback in the division?
The worst quarterback in the division. Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's all you need to know. I'll leave it at that. Okay, the 49ers.
Uh-huh.
49ers. You know, I believe they're third, but I digress. 49ers. I mean, they have good defense. Their secondary is trash. Their offense is good because of Kyle Shanahan, but it won't be good because Jimmy Garoppolo just not going to take them anywhere. More likely hurt. That makes them second. They got too many O's. George Kittle need to stay healthy.
And number 1 will be the Rams. I think we both agree on this. Matt Stafford is an underrated quarterback, and he was on a horrible Lions team for years. GM'd by Martin Mayhew, but that's neither here nor there. But horrible Lions team for years. He had Calvin Johnson, but he was hurt, unfortunately, a lot when Calvin Johnson was there. But once Calvin Johnson left, he actually improved. It was like addition by subtraction, which is wild to say, but he didn't have to force feed Calvin Johnson all the time. Then he spread the ball around through another 5,000-yard season. I think him and Sean McVay can be a match made in heaven. And, of course, that defense is – a lot of people are ranking it as a top 3 defense, like at least top 5 defense in the league. They got probably the best defensive player in the league with Aaron Donald. Then you also have Jalen Ramsey, who could be arguably the second best defensive player. Who knows? Because both of them are incredibly freak of nature's great talents. And then they're well coached as well. So they are number 1. All right, so now that I messed up your whole order of things by doing it my way, now you can go ahead and give me your true order. Where do you actually rank these teams 1 through 4?
Cardinals, Niners, Seattle.
Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Seattle.
Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Seattle. You heard me. I'm about to say the San Francisco Cardinals. I'm about to say New Orleans Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals got too much. They were 6-3 before Kyler Murray got hurt last year. Kyler Murray got another year under his belt. He got DeAndre Hopkins. They're giving him what he needs. They are ready and prime, ready to go. They have the second best quarterback in the division. they get the second spot.
Interesting.
And the Niners, they had Jimmy Garoppolo.
I will say you
That's
did
what
sway me in one aspect, but it has nothing to do with the Cardinals. My order
I got
is
a question for you. Is this based off of all things being well, like fully healthy?
yeah, sure. Yep.
Well, if it's all fully healthy, I don't see how you put the Niners in front of the Cardinals when you got J.J. Watt, because a fully healthy J.J. Watt is better than any defensive player that they have on their roster.
At
Especially
this
Chandler
point, I would
Jones.
probably take Nick Bosa over JJ. Not at their height, but JJ is an older guy. I'd probably take Nick Bosa currently today. But obviously at the height of their careers, I would take JJ right now. But
Chandler Jones. Who else on their team is better than Chandler Jones?
who else on the team is better than Chandler Jones? I mean, Chandler Jones is a great pass rusher. I'm not going to lie to you. But two players don't necessarily make a defense, and we'll see what they can bring.
Collins, even though I have to be a 2-year project. But.
All right, so you did sway me on one thing, and I now actually will put San Francisco below the Cardinals, but my order is San Francisco, Cardinals, Seahawks, Rams. Seahawks number 2 in the division because you still have Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, year in and year out, wins 11, 12 games. Is the worst in the division.
Say that again.
San Francisco number 4, number 3 Arizona Cardinals, number 2 Seattle Seahawks, and number 1 the St. Louis Rams.
I'm not mad at none of those, but Seattle ain't going nowhere. They don't have no team.
Seattle has the best quarterback in the division.
Out of everybody, you just disgust me with that.
What's that?
So you mean to tell me, Washington? No, we got to fill our holes. They have so many holes and no O line, and they. Do you realize? Hold on, I want to see me. Do you realize that they're playing against 2 top defenses in their division, and they have no O line? That's 4 losses already.
When has Russell Wilson have an O line, and yet he wins 11, 12 games year in and year out?
Not to mention, who's to say Russell wasn't gonna make it through this year? We get killed.
Well, hold on, we weren't going off injuries, so we had to be fair.
I'm going on trajectory. If you want to say things being equal, fine. Their defense is still not good enough.
Well, they do have Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams here still. I don't know who they addressed at their corners because I think they lost Griffin.
They lost their best corner. The twin with the dreads.
Yeah, Griffin.
Went to the Jaguars, I think.
Yep. No, he's gone. I said he did lose that. And they still need to figure out some of their defensive line. But my thing is Russell Wilson is a freak of nature. Okay, he is so good, and he hasn't had an offensive line for years. And so what's the Seattle's worst record since Russell Wilson's been there?
No,
Seriously.
he had an offensive line.
Seahawks
I
record.
forgot the one they traded away. They traded away some beast offensive lineman. I forgot his name.
I mean,
and they had Russell Okung, who was also a beast in his prime.
So in 2017, they did go 9-7, but there's only been 1 year since Russell Wilson has been a Seattle Seahawks where they have gone without double-digit wins. Okay, and then every single year it's a winning record. Russell Wilson. Okay. He's going to get it. I still put them at number 2 until it's kind of like the Patriots. Like, I didn't knock off the Patriots until the Patriots got knocked off. It's kind of like that right now. Seattle is going to be a top team. Go ahead.
So, if you want to compare the teams that's in the division now versus what they had back then. If you want to really compare the teams, if you want to count last year, the Niners was terrible. Kyler Murray got hurt. If you want to compare last year, the Rams had Jared Goff. But now when you have Trey Lance is irrelevant right now. When you have Matthew Stafford coming in the division.
And I have Rams as number 1.
When you had the Cardinals and Kyler Murray with another year under his belt with D.I. Okay, Okay.
Kyler's got to make that next step. I think Kyler's extremely talented. I
The
love this
problem
dude.
was he got hurt.
Well, and that's another thing is that we'll see what happens. But
early on in the season, he was the favorite to win MVP with the way he was playing until he got hurt.
they
let's
beat
not
Seahawks.
act like
He sent the Seahawks into overtime and beat them.
so. And if you look at it, whose offense is better?
Whose offense is better? We'll see what they can get out of A.J. Green. Their running game is bad. I'd probably take Chris Carson out of the two running backs. Neither team has a great offensive line, but, I mean, it can't be worse than the Seahawks. DeAndre Hopkins is the best player on all the weapons, but I like Lockett and DK over whoever else they have. And then does either team really have a tight end right now? I don't know. What? Well, Rondell Moore. Oh, I love Rondell Moore. I did like him. I think that's a great
They
scoop.
don't have that. Oh,
Dwayne Eskridge is a similar style to Rondell. I think Rondell's better. I do love me some Rondell. But anyway, right now Kyler is not as good as Russell, and quarterback's the most important position. And I have him right now at number 3. Okay, Seahawks at number 2. Niners with the terrible quarterback. We'll have to see how this defense pans out. They do have a fantastic run game, though, because Kyle Shanahan calls a great run game. But, I mean, this is the best division in football, right? Like, so it's going to be a dogfight.
No, I would not say that.
I mean, top to bottom, I think it is probably number 1. I mean,
I would go with the Ravens division.
AFC North. But what is the Steelers going to look like right now? In my prediction, I have the Steelers completely tanking with losing some players.
Oh my gosh!
Their offensive line lost. They've lost some offensive linemen. I don't know who. Well, they did get Najee Harris, so that's exciting. But we'll see. But because they have the toughest division in football, so right now,
you are the same guy that had them going to the playoffs this year.
Well, I didn't realize how tough their schedule was.
Oh my gosh! Now
They have a
you
super
want
tough schedule.
Take it. How they gonna take?
And they didn't get Bud Dupree back.
Okay. Would you rather have the Steelers roster or Seattle roster?
Would I rather have the Steelers roster or Seattle's roster? Overall, I'd probably take. If I had to take the entire roster, I guess I'd probably have to take. I'd have to take the Steelers, I guess.
Okay, boom. We're gonna do this again. Would you rather have the Bengals roster or the Cardinals roster?
I would rather the Bengals or the Cardinals. I
think I'll go to the Bengals. Yeah, I definitely.
I think I would take the Cardinals, actually.
I gotta go with the Bengals.
I love Joe Burrow, but right now Kyler Murray, 1 year older, with the DeAndre Hopkins. The line
they got the better player.
It's interesting. I would think I would lean towards Cardinals.
I'm not mad at that. Ravens or the Niners?
Ravens.
And then the Browns or the Rams?
Oof. Oh, who would I rather take with the? Give me the Rams over the Browns. Give me the Rams. I would take the Rams over the Browns. Rams over Browns.
In what world?
Their defense is better than the Browns.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No.
Yes.
Bro. You seen what happened to them when one player went out. They look like the worst defense in NFL history. They got 2 players.
Who are they playing?
The Seahawks, your favorite team.
The Seahawks.
No, was it the Seahawks? Or was it the Packers? I think it was the Packers. It was the Packers. He went out. The Packers, they look horrible. And we seen what Jalen Ramsey looks like without Aaron Donald. Horrible.
Well, they ran away from Jalen Ramsey all game.
Oh, now they ran away. You make it. Oh my God!
I did. I wanted to see Devontae Adams versus Jalen Ramsey, and they ran away from him all game. They just did. It's just the truth. I wanted to see it. You were the one that told me that Jalen Ramsey could shut down everybody, and I'm giving you credit for that. Where it was like, hey, you picked it, and they ran away from him, and I concede. They definitely ran away.
The most complete team is the Browns, and it's not even close.
I don't think so.
It's not even close.
I don't think so.
It's not close. It's not close.
Give me the Rams.
Core.
Give me the Rams.
Receiving core. Browns. Running game. Browns. Tight ends. Browns. Defense. Browns.
No.
It's not close.
Defense, Rams.
If you want to say coaching, fine.
Defense,
but
Rams.
if you want to talk about team, it's not close.
Defense, Rams.
It's not close, bro.
And give me today, give me Matt Stafford over Baker Mayfield. Matt Stafford will have a better year. Better quarterback. I like the Browns' run game better. Yes, they have the best duo. The receiving core for so they still have what? Woods, Cooper Kupp. Who's the receivers over there with the Rams right now? Did they sign anybody interesting?
They got Deshaun Jackson, the old busted one.
Rams depth chart. Let me see their receiving core. Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Deshaun Jackson. I mean, nobody's as good as OBJ over there, but I think their receiving core is fine. They're not as good. I'm not saying they are, but
okay then.
But quarterback's extremely important. We'll see what Cam Akers can do to compete. They're not going to have a better run game. That's just not going to happen. I liked A'Shaun Robinson from Alabama. That's an interesting defensive lineman they picked up this offseason. Aaron Donald, of course. That's right. Quinn went to the Bears. Jalen Ramsey. We'll see. But I think give me the Rams.
Yeah, you will lose that bad.
Browns are going to be 8-9. I disagree with that. Yuki said.
Who said that?
Yuki. The Bucks are going to fall off the season. Back to back ain't happening. Back to back ain't happening. I think it's going to be tough in the NFC to knock them off, to be honest. I think it's going to be really tough. So we'll see what the AFC can bring to knock them off. But I don't think they're going to flop. I think they're still going to have a fantastic year. They might not go undefeated. Like they're talking about undefeated. They probably won't go that far. But the Bucks. The Buccaneers.
The Bucks are going 9-8.
The Buccaneers are going at least 12 wins.
No.
12-5. No worse than 12-5.
We'll see. They're overrated.
What are your thoughts on these Jay-Z rumors? Well, I showed my ignorance earlier on a Facebook post that I was still under the assumption for some reason that he was a part owner of the Nets, but apparently he was long gone from the Nets back in 2013. Because I remember he was a part of bringing the Nets from New Jersey to Brooklyn, and I thought he had owned the team for a short time before that, and he made the transition. I thought he still was part owner, but he was not the owner anymore of the Nets, and he actually became the owner in 2004, which is way earlier than I thought. But the partial owner from Jay-Z, I think that could be fun. I think that could be very interesting. I don't think Dan Snyder's giving it majority ownership up at all. No, he's not. So he would be a minority owner. But I think he would be a very interesting influence on this team as a mentor for these young men out there. I think Jay-Z's a guy that a lot of them can look up to as far as a guy that's a businessman, a business mogul. He's been a part of like the spotlight for many, many years, so I think he'd be a good positive influence on some of these young men in our locker room. And I don't think him being a part of this organization would be a negative at all.
I do.
Really? Go for it. Why is that?
Oh, mostly because of other beliefs, things like that, religious beliefs. I know I'm good on him.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know he was. So he's like what is his? I don't even know what his beliefs are, but
I mean, like what he does, his lifestyle per se. I would say.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm not very fond of that. It would really be hard for me to root for this team if that was the case.
Interesting.
But no, Daniel Snyder, please keep the team. He doesn't know nothing about basketball anyway. People just wanna, let's go buy it. Look. I'm trying to see.
Here's a hot take from a Browns fan, real quick. Actually, you ready for this? Myles Garrett is on the same tier as Aaron Donald.
How old is Myles Garrett?
He's young, 26-ish, 27. He's not that old.
Aaron Donald's aging, so I think Myles Garrett needs a year, and then I'll say that. But Myles Garrett is like
25.
and it's no one's in what's that boy name?
Donald.
Aaron Donald's stratosphere right now. So it's Aaron Donald, and then you go down. And then you go
I
Myles
would
Garrett
agree.
and all
Yeah,
that.
I do not put Myles Garrett on Aaron Donald's list right now. I'm actually curious. What is Myles Garrett's stats right now? I mean, and I knew he was good coming in, but all right. So 13.5, 10, and 12.
Dominated for me. He isn't dominated enough. Maybe that's because he's probably just young. He's probably, like I say, Chase Young. His problem is the boy ain't got no moves.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like I said, I give Aaron Donald has moves. So I mean, that's the difference.
But just to let you guys, just to say this, expert, Aaron Donald had more sacks than Myles Garrett this year, and Aaron Donald has faced the most double teams out of everybody in the league, and he had more stats than Myles Garrett. Okay, Myles Garrett is a beast, but he's not Aaron Donald. What is
Tell
that from?
Aaron Donald come see me.
Was that not from a movie or something? That seemed funny. Is that from something?
No, I just made it.
Oh, okay. I feel like that could be a line in the movie. You know who's the best? I'm the best. That would be funny. Extra JK, do you think the Browns will be 8-9?
Oh my God! Oh
my gosh, Wizards are getting
y'all
blown
got
out.
punished.
Blown out.
Hey, you know what's funny? I'm saying like I was down by like 7 with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Y'all literally got blown out the water in those 3 minutes. I look back, I think that Jones said like 80 to like 50 or something like that. I was like, how do you do that in 3 minutes? Where's Russell Westbrook stats?
What was his stats? Let's take a look. Box score. Russell Westbrook is full on Russell Westbrook right now. 10 points, 2 for 10.
He is playing. Bradley Bill's balling.
Bradley Beal is struggling from 3 according to the stat sheet, but
he shoots 50%. Look like.
Yeah, 14 for 28 from the field. But he's really just being a one-man show though. He's not getting any rebounds or assists. So 33 points is nice.
Bertans.
But 33 points on 28 shots is not very good. He's not getting to the free throw line. What's that? Bertans?
Bertans playing?
Yeah, Bertans has no points.
So
0 for 4. No, he's 0 for 4 from the field in 24 minutes.
I mean, this is it. The Wizards have.
He got fouled out of this game already. Oh wait, it's not already. It's 2.5 minutes left. But Bertans got fouled out.
They got 3 solid players. You got 3. You need a big. Me personally, I would say Russell Westbrook, I love you, but you're going to the bench. You the 6th man. And then I'll go find a point guard. I'll draft a point guard probably, but I'll try to find a point guard that's young. Zach LaVine. I will go get Zach LaVine. Whatever money you want, heck. Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, Davis Bertans, and I'm going to go out on free agency and I'm going to get me a solidified center, and I'm going to get me a defensive center as well. And then Russell Westbrook come off the bench with Ish Smith. Now I'm a championship contender.
This has got to be one of the worst three-point shooting percentages as in a game for both teams, combining right now for 4 for 39 threes. They've shot 39 threes and only made 4 of them between both teams. Wizards are right now 2 for 19, and the Knicks. Not the Knicks. Why does that say the Knicks? What in the world is going on right now? Gotta refresh that. Okay, there it is. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I lied. So apparently my thing got cross-referenced or something. The Sixers are actually 9 for 20 from the three-point line. Okay, that makes way more sense. That was really weird, actually. Expert JK and Yuki are now arguing. Oh, a 2017 JC said Satan is our true Lord?
What?
Oh, geez. Maybe he wouldn't be a positive influence.
What did he say?
Apparently, according to Uriah here, he said that Jay-Z said that Satan is our true Lord.
Why you think I don't want him?
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
See, stuff like that just pisses me off, but it is what it is.
Is there COD live today? I don't know. Do you want to play some COD, Chris?
I mean, I'm watching this game right now. Maybe later.
I could see about if KP's interested.
Here.
Might hit up some COD again.
They had it last year for him. He wanted to come in and live up to the expectations of the contract and what they were expected. This year is more so about being a leader. That's what you heard with leadership right there. That last time when he was talking about moving, walking, getting being challenged by Simpson, was getting ready to go offensive rebound.
What's my fantasy football score? I mean fantasy baseball. All right, making a little comeback here. Oh, Marquez was supposed to start. All right. Make a little comeback. Good deal. Anyway, all right. So back to you hit the gym today. God, man, I want to get. I'm just so frustrated right now. Like, I'm trying to get into a rhythm, and then my schedule is just so freaking wonky. But thank you.
I mean, you're gonna have days like that. You're gonna have days like that. Not every day. You're gonna have, and that's what you gotta be prepared for.
Yep.
You're gonna have days where something get in your way, but I always tell myself I can at least try to do push-ups in the house or something. Get something in.
Yep.
So
well,
like,
I did a
even
bunch
if
of
I'm
yard
not,
work and stuff. I sweated all day today.
yeah, that'll work. You do some yard work in the sun. That's good enough. That definitely burns a lot of fat.
Yep. I sweated all day today. I did a lot of crap. Cut the grass. Did the.
How long was you outside?
Couple hours at least.
Then hey, that's a workout.
Yep. But I just didn't actually go to the gym.
As long as you drunk water with that, you good.
Yeah, I drank about
Because when you drink water, I heard that also helps you burn fat and lose weight.
Well,
so as long as you got those two, because that's what I be wanting to do. I was like, because I got a lot of belly fat. So for me, I be like, you know what? I just like, I tell myself I'm just gonna stand outside and sit outside and just sweat it.
Mm-hmm. You know what I did today? I mean, it was actually pretty fun. Is have you ever gone and seen the Blue Angels?
I don't know what that is.
So the Navy has some old airplanes that are they're not being used anymore, and so when they get outdated for the actual military, they send these jets to the Naval Academy, and there's a group of men called the Blue Angels that are expert pilots, and they do tricks throughout the air. They fly right next to each other at like 400 miles an hour, 500 miles an hour.
Like a plane show?
Yeah, it's a plane show. Yep.
I heard that. I think the Air Force Base does it.
I would imagine. I'm sure Air Force. But the Blue Angels is like the famous one that like they only do it once a year, and it's like a big deal. Like Annapolis kind of gets like shut down for the day that people come from all over to come watch this one, and that was pretty fun. I never had done that before, so my boss. I was at my office, and my boss. Me and him hopped on his scooters, and we went out there and sat in the sun. And oh my God, it was hot out today. Everybody there sitting out there in that show was just drenched in sweat. Like, It was brutal, and I was wearing a black shirt, so that didn't help my case.
At least it wasn't white.
Right. Roger Smith said, well, white would show sweat more, which sucks, but black holds the heat more. So
That's good.
well, yeah, I guess if you're trying to lose weight, that is good. You're right. If we commit to the run, says Roger Smith, the O-line moves make me think this. With toughness and physicality, with a game plan specific approach, we can play more complementary football, which will lead to more wins. It's an interesting take. As far as Samuel Cosby, I would disagree, is a more physical or tough lineman. They're more.
He'll be the greatest left tackle in NFL history.
He's more of a finesse lineman than a physical lineman. He's more of a guy that is going to run or be a pulling tackle, get out there in
only
space.
Thing that I can say
What's up?
about the draft is they got 3 players that I actually.
Yeah, De'Ami Brown.
I didn't know nothing about St. Luke.
Well, you don't like four?
Jamin.
Four? I think the first 4 picks were solid.
No, I didn't know about.
Oh,
No, I said not like. I
yeah,
said
yeah,
that,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
that I wanted.
I feel you. Yep.
But if I seen Saint go early on, that just means this year I just gotta look a little bit deeper.
Right. Well, all right. Well, that was a show for the Chris and Tim, so I'm going to end this recording. But thank you all for being here for the thing. I'm not going to end the stream, but I'm just ending the recording. But so I will save this and post it as its own thing. But thank you guys for all joining us. And until next time, see ya!
You said you were still streaming, so why are you saying until next time?
Well, I just ended that thing there, and I'm streaming.
Oh, okay. Then.
Yeah, and then so I put it at that. That was the Chris and Tim podcast. So we're not anymore doing the Chris and Tim podcast, but you're welcome to hang out. Whatever. I'm not kicking you off or anything. The final of. Oh yeah, let me pull this up real quick. I'm gonna switch to this mode, and then pull this over here. Oh my goodness. A 120-95 performance for the Wizards. Yeah, that is not what they wanted coming out of this game. But as I said before, when it comes to the NBA playoffs, this is not and becomes to series playoffs in general, game to game doesn't matter. Okay, Russell Westbrook, you had a terrible game tonight. Whatever. Bradley Beal, you didn't get to the free throw line enough. You could have shot better from 3. Whatever. One game doesn't matter. Bertans 0 for 4 tonight. That sucks. It's what can you do the next game and the next game and the next game and the next game. So, yeah, just because you have a bad game does not mean that you're out of it. Now, granted, I don't expect the Wizards to actually come back and beat the Sixers. I'm not saying that. But, nonetheless, Roger Smith says, great stream. And Yuki says, that was a fun stream. Thank you. I appreciate you guys hanging out and thinking it was fun. Thank you, Chris, for hanging out again for the Chris and Tim podcast. It's always fun chatting it up. And, yeah, we enjoy it, too. And I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Put this down here. Donovan Mitchell's coming back? Oh, that's huge for the Jazz. That's huge. Who plays tonight? Jazz Grizzlies. Oh, that's right. The Grizzlies upset the Jazz in game 1. What sucks for the Jazz is because they lost game 1, they're now feeling the need to force Donovan Mitchell back. If Jazz won game 1, then Donovan Mitchell would have had more time to rest, and I think that would have benefited them in the long run. But nonetheless, I still think they're a fantastic team. I really do. So I like the Jazz tonight, definitely to end up, even up the series. Even if for whatever reason Donovan Mitchell doesn't play tonight, I think they still even up this series. I think that the Grizzlies are playing out of their minds. I mean, they're playing great basketball right now, but I just don't think they're good enough to keep up with the Jazz in a 7-game series. Personally. Take a look at the scores of the Knicks game. Ooh, we got a ball game over there, Chris.
Yeah, we came all the way back. We was getting cooked. We finally benched Peyton in the second half.
Oh yeah, look at this. You guys were down as much as what, 13?
Mhm.
And now they are up by 1 going into the fourth quarter. Interesting. I'm rooting for Atlanta. I think I picked the Knicks, but I'm rooting for Atlanta because I like Trae Young. I'd like to see Trae Young
Oh,
go.
you.
I'm a Trae Young fan. I do like me some Trae Young. I would like to see him go deeper in the playoffs. But if the Knicks win, I don't care. It's not like I'm have a true dog in the fight. But
Pearl today.
I don't really have a true dog in the fight. My buddy KP texted me saying that he probably can't play tonight. But we'll see. Maybe I'll play a little bit of solos. We'll see. You know what? I might call it a stream really. Oh, announcement, and I got to announce it in there too. I will not be streaming tomorrow night. I am going out of town with my boss all of a sudden. We're going to his beach house to do some work over there. He's getting some renovations done. We're a little slow at work right now, so he wants to bring us out there and get some work done. So I'll be staying the night there. So I will not be streaming tomorrow night. But we'll see what I do on Friday. Maybe I'll do something on Friday. We'll see. But just to let you guys know, no stream tomorrow night.
My person's getting louder and louder and louder.
Let me send that on the
You
Discord.
can't be that bad. Just put me playing for him.
Knicks outscore the Hawks 32-18 in the third. They lead by a point. As we get ready for the fourth, time to ask the experts presented by Cheryl Williams.
And I will not be able to stream Friday actually either. I got to go to frickin' Pennsylvania. So I'll try to be back Sunday night with Memorial Day weekend. I actually might take a long weekend off. So we'll be back Monday night. Also with Memorial Day. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's it. Yeah, again, as I said, Mike, I'm just so freaking busy all of a sudden. I want to get in a rhythm where I can go to the gym daily, or not daily, but my 3 days a week that I said. But I'm all over the place. And so, yeah, I'm going to Ocean City, Maryland tomorrow, staying the night there, so I won't be back until Friday. But then as soon as I get back, I'm packing up and going to Pennsylvania because my sister needs to help to move out of her apartment and move into a house. I'm not helping her move in because she can't move in until June 1st, but then she has to be out of the apartment by May 30th, so she has like a 2-day limbo. So she's got friends over there that can help her on June 1st to move in, but I got to go down there and rent the U-Haul and get her moved out. So I'll be in Pennsylvania Friday night, probably stay the night there too because I don't want to drive back after all the other driving, and then I will be back Saturday. We may do some sort of stream on Saturday depending on what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing Saturday, but I know I'm doing stuff on Sunday for Memorial Day. But who knows? I may do like a pop-up stream or something on Saturday. Maybe play a little Call of Duty with KP if he's not doing anything or something. We'll see. We'll go from there. But yeah, so this week is a little bit of a wild schedule where we'll see. But I'll definitely be back on Monday night, 1,000% sure. So 8 o'clock Monday night, I will definitely be here. There's no doubter on that one. I just want to see Spike Lee get rage. That's funny. I should do reaction videos on Saturday. Yeah, that could be fun. Seeing like interesting sports takes or something. Like, yeah, that's like the kind of stuff I'm looking for in the reaction. First ballot, hide and go seek, Hall of Childress Adonis. Like, if you guys find like hot takes or something like that in the sports world that you want to send over that I could respond to or something like that, that could be a lot of fun. And like kind of go from there where pins are out. They gotta wait. What pins are how they're out? Didn't they win the last 2 games?
In the fourth quarter,
No, they didn't. They got beat by the Islanders. Interesting. It's funny that when the playoffs of the NBA and NHL are in the same time, to see how much faster the NHL playoffs just goes. They just play all the time, it seems like. And then the NBA is just so dragged out. It's just like, I mean, there's 0.0 reason why the Wizards should play Sunday and then not play again until Wednesday. Why are we having such a long break when the home team didn't switch? Like, they should be playing every other night. And honestly, even with the switch, they should be playing every other night. But instead, they just drag it out. And the NHL playoffs will be over long before the NBA playoffs or even in the finals. It's just a weird system that the NBA has. They just drag it all out. But nonetheless. But I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about with reactions. Like, yeah, if you guys have like other, and it could be other skins streamers or something, and I could respond to, and it's funny, then you could send it back to whoever it was, and like if I strongly disagree, and then who knows, maybe we'll I could chat with them one day live on stream or something about why they feel the way they feel and I feel the way I feel, and it could be fun that way, and we can kind of debate and stuff like that on that kind of stuff. That could be fun. Zach Wilson is going to dominate as a Jet. Dominate with the New York Jets. That's interesting. And yeah, there could be points where I agree with them. So I'm not gonna try to like make it where I always take the opposite position. But I think that Zach Wilson could be fun. But I don't know. I think he's gonna need a year. So we'll see how strong the take is with that. But yeah, that could be something we could do on Saturday. That could be fun if I'm when I get home. So I'll save some of these for Saturday. Because I think you guys will also kind of see where I'm at in things. And then kind of when you hear something being like, oh, Tim would never agree with this or something like that. Yeah, post that kind of stuff in here. Also, if it's like a long video and you hear something, post the video in here with a timestamp so I know where to go to actually get to the point where it is. Bet I'll get you some Colin Cowherd clips. Yeah, I'm sure me and Colin Cowherd will chat live on stream one day. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, He may never know who I am. We'll see. If Colin Cowherd will ever know who I am, that'll be one heck of a day for this channel. That's some big things if Colin Cowherd knows. The opportunity to one day debate Stephen A. Smith could be a lot of fun. Will be never. Oh, why Trevor Lawrence will be the next great NFL quarterback. We'll see. It's interesting. Julio didn't actually know he was on air? I know. I talked about that. Like, it's like, wow. He never mentioned that he was on air. Hey, Chris, are you still there? Oh, it looks like Chris rolled out. Didn't say bye or nothing. He just did his thing. He just left. Roll out. You guys are so crazy with all these clips. Chris and Tim podcast was live. Cap, you're getting your own show on ESPN one day. Wouldn't that be a that would be wild. That would be a wild series of events. If I get that big, do I even want a show on ESPN? It's kind of like Pat McAfee, where Pat McAfee like grew this huge channel on YouTube, and it's like, do I even want to waste my time with going to ESPN? I mean, it's good to go on ESPN. Like, I'm not going to say I'm never going to go on ESPN if they invited me, because that's how you get more and more exposure. Like, I almost will never turn down an opportunity to go on something, especially if they're bigger than me. I mean, that's just it's just bad business practice, basically, to turn that down. But it's because of course eventually if I'm growing, there's going to be times where I can't go on every single thing that somebody invites me on, if that happens. But anyway, that's funny. Did you hear Adam Vinatieri retired on the Pat McAfee show? I did not. I did know that he went on there, but I didn't realize he retired on the Pat McAfee show. That's interesting. I guess Uncle Sharp ain't going to be around Julio much longer, right? You're going to have to make that decision soon. I think I'm a little bit far away from that decision, but who knows? Now the other thing is I don't care about business practice. I don't think I could turn down if like Washington offered me something. You know what I mean? Like if they offered me to do something, I don't think I could turn that down. That would be, if doing anything with the team would be just insane. Whatever that may be, a play-by-play or, it doesn't matter. That'd be awesome. Pat McAfee reaction when Jordan Love got drafted was funny. Oh, I could imagine. Yeah, because that was the whole sports world went crazy that day. Jordan Love. They traded up for him too, which just to add little salt on the grill, right? Which was just, whew. That was a wild one. We are the lucky ones. I'm subscribed to the Pat McAfee show on here, aren't I? There it is. What is he talking about these days? Pat McAfee reacts to 30 out of 32 NFL teams, 100% capacity. Nice! That's great news. Pat McAfee reacts to Carson Wentz and Colts. What? Playing basketball after practice? Oh, little injury concerns, huh? Very interesting. You should check it out, but be mind they're cursing. I'm okay with other people cursing. I just prefer not to curse. You know what I mean? Like I'm not an angel by any stretch of the imagination. Like I'll curse at work and stuff like that. So I'm not. But I think it's more appropriate if you're out there on the internet and you're talking to a broad audience. It's just good practice not to get vulgar and be, it's just not it doesn't show high intelligence to have to go ahead and curse all the time or something like that. Like some people do. You play Call of Duty and it's like every other word and you're just like, what in the world? Pat McAfee, Jordan Love reaction.
They may take Patrick Queen, the linebacker.
Is this it?
Yep.
Wouldn't hate that.
Zach Bond actually get the hometown guy. Get the Wisconsin kid.
Is that because you went to Iowa, Mel, or is that why?
Nah, don't give a shit about that. I'd rather have the other guy who's an athletic freak. I mean, I'm sure Bond's fine.
Here we go. The pick is in. Roger Goodell is
Says the person who said,
again.
"Oh hell no." I don't blame you. That was ridiculous. I mean, is hell really a curse word? I mean, I don't know. Some people might think that hell is a curse word. I guess. I don't know. I don't really consider hell a curse word, but
I can't watch that.
That is
Oh,
very
here it is.
uncomfortable. Ty, embrace the future of the Green Bay Packers. They are selecting.
Oh no.
The anticipation builds.
Oh no.
Read his lips.
I'm trying my best.
Oh no.
Jordan Love, quarterback, Utah State.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Walk it off.
He's out.
Bro.
Well, Aaron answer his phone now.
No, we should not call
Well,
him.
so what's the best case scenario for this guy? When does he play?
Bakersfield, California.
3 years.
Entered
Yeah,
high
3.
school at 5'6". He's currently 6'3". He received one FBS scholarship from Utah State. He threw 17 interceptions last year, but that was with a new offensive coordinator and 9 new starters.
that was kind of, I mean, the dude walking off. But I almost said Clay Matthews. AJ Hawk asked a great question, though. What was the plan? The good old Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops days where I called things and had things said to me at 10 years old. The worst I ever heard. It was pretty funny. Ty Smith was funny in that reaction. Is Ty Smith the guy in the suit that walked off? Yeah, he was pissed. I guess he's a Packer fan. He probably saw them trade up, and he was like, oh, my God, we're going to get somebody great. And then it's like Jordan Love. I mean, that draft was just horrible. It may work out in the end if Jordan Love turns into something, but that thing was horrible. See the whole video? The dude starts yelling.
Green Bay Packers fan. Shift
Get to
game.
that point.
Left. Oh, it's Dustin Rodgers and I'm a little bit.
See, Pat McAfee's being a little bit more neutral.
If I knew they were going to do this, I wanted them. Hey, trade out of the first round and build up some picks.
Holy.
Aaron has 4 years left.
Really
on
wanted
his,
him.
4 years left on his contract.
Aaron has 4 years left. But if you don't think
I'm curious to come back.
So I
anybody on YouTube,
30.
he's from Bacon.
Cheap.
Pal.
Oh, here he is. He's
I'm
coming
happy
back.
for Jordan Love getting drafted. We all are. Congratulations, bub. But Mel Kiper is not happy for Jordan Love getting drafted. Mel, how's the Green Bay Packers fans taking this, pal?
Oh, this is supposed to be. He's supposed to be Mel Kiper. He's a terrible. He looks nothing like Mel Kiper, but okay, that's hilarious. So he's supposed to be Mel Kiper. All right.
Well, Goot Coons, pack your shit and get out of town, okay? Because everyone who's a Packers fan fucking hates you right now, pal. If you're a Packers fan, you know where that guy lives. Show up in pitchforks.
Oh my God!
Oh, his voice is kind of getting there. It's kind of sounding like a Mel Kiper. The pitchforks sounded a little like a Mel Kiper.
If you're a Packers fan, you know where that guy lives. Show up in pitchforks.
Oh my God!
Maybe throw a couple bricks or rocks.
No. You don't.
Let him know we're not fucking happy about this, okay?
Hey, Mel, you were one game away from the Super Bowl last year. Your team obviously had a couple holes to fill. You basically punt on this decision and go with a backup quarterback for at least 4 years with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, let's take the only guy who's going to fucking piss Rodgers off.
True. Fact check true. Let's take the only guy that's going to piss Aaron Rodgers off. True. That's funny. That's true.
Only possible pick that's going to make him fucking pissed at the organization.
Schefter just tweeted about us. Aaron Rodgers was on Pat McAfee's show earlier. No respect for AJ Hawk. Unbelievable. And said this. We haven't picked a skill player in the first round in 15 years, so that would be kind of cool, Aaron Rodgers said to us earlier. I don't remember him saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I recall. No,
Javon Walker, last fucking receiver the Packers took.
0-2.
Help stop the run. There's a lot of people coming over to our stream right now, and I want
Yeah, he ain't lying. That was
to let
fact
everybody
check
know
true.
we are not calling Aaron Rodgers back. We are. That's Ty Schmidt's reaction, who's a fan of it. I couldn't even fathom what Aaron's is. It would be hard for me not to get onto social media, and that's the difference between me and Aaron Rodgers, by the way. Aaron Rodgers, who has been in this exact position with Brett Favre before, right? Exact position. What pick was Aaron? 24.
24.
What was this pick? 26?
Yeah.
Pretty similar. Brett Favre had, 3 years left on his contract? Aaron has 4. This makes no sense at all.
What a terrible, terrible pick. Tim, look at the Discord memes. NFC Championship game is the annual championship game of the National Football Conference where the team gets to win against the Green Bay Packers. It's the game where, you're guaranteed a Super Bowl spot now. You just get to play the Packers. That's a good one. Good one, DRG. Good one. You should also check out the hide and seek video. It's hilarious. Also, This is a little dangerous, okay? And I trust you guys, but like technically speaking, you guys could give me really bad videos to watch. So I'm probably only going to accept videos of people that I know I've seen before that are not crazy. Like, so Chiseled Adonis, I know we've talked about him before, so we'll do that one. Let's pick the only guy. What in the world? Okay.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the bitches, slapping the.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they got into a car accident and everybody pressed the eject button? They must have had their whole family in there. Nobody gonna stay to take down the insurance information. This family got into a
And then
car
who's the
accident
guy that?
and
Hold on. Who's the guy that got
Wait
into the
a
car?
minute. You mean to tell me they got into a car accident and everybody pressed the eject button? A
Wait,
minute. You
is
mean to
it-
tell
is
me
it
they
that
got
guy?
into a car accident and everybody pressed
Oh, then he
the
comes
eject
back to
button?
the car,
They must
okay.
have had their whole family
I was like,
in
who's the
there.
guy that walked in the car to get
Nobody
back
gonna
in?
stay to take down the insurance information? This brother was the first one to run out the car. He came back because he forgot his wallet, and there was an additional person who was chilling in the trunk. And this is how you knew this was a group of misfits. How you leave the fattest person in the trunk. This man running with everything he got. If he did this on a daily basis, he wouldn't be so damn big. At this point, there's got to be some...
Hey, so it's great for his workout. So he has to just get in a car accident every day and then run away from it, and then he's
sort of
he's
setup,
gonna
because how
drop
would
the
take this
LBs.
man damn near 30 seconds to exit the car after you were hit? You driving an Audi, got rear-ended, and the driver took off? This is an easy pavement. I would have
Not just the driver, the whole neighborhood took off.
been out the car chasing them fools down. Not only you gonna get a new car, they gonna pay off your student loans to boot, and you gonna get one stimulus check for each one who ran off. Meanwhile, this sedan gotta be a portal to the Dominican Republic. They got the whole embassy in this one car. You got a preschool girl accompanied by several brothers exiting this car. Where are the seats for all of these gluteal clefts? It looked like these two
Gluteal
brothers was
clefts.
fused together. So far, 7 have exited, and everything has been from the back seat. Make that 8. Here comes number 9. There gotta be a flatbed in the back seat. One person exited for each baby Octomom had, and here come number 10. If each passenger farted, it might just be a gas chamber in there, and evidently there's more. We in double digits. 2
What
came out
are
of the
they coming
vehicle,
out?
so we up
Hey,
to
there's
number
another
12,
one?
and here comes number 13, and he had cargo. He had a backpack. This cargo
He had cargo.
gotta be sponsored by NASA with
Is
the
somebody
amount
gonna pull out
of
the
space
trunk,
they got
too?
covered. And there's more people in the trunk. Homie was laying on clothes. Wait, is that a head? He was laying on other people. Yo, oh my God. What number are we up to now? That's like 15.
Oh my God. Is this like at the border of Mexico and the U.S.? No, they don't look. No, they're not Hispanic though. They're like. So this got to be like. This got to be like refugees, maybe trying to escape like the Middle East. Where is this? Actually, is there darker skinned people down more south? Like in like South America? Where are these guys
People
coming from?
in one small ass sedan. That's a second head right there. That's 16. Wait a minute. And they not even kids. Look at homie in the white shirt. That's a grown man named Jonathan in his mid-40s who's evading paying his taxes.
Jonathan. That's the name you came up with? Not quite the name I would come up with.
We up to number 16 at this point, and this last brother got to get out the car, and they got more cargo inside the vehicle. You see them
The
pulling out
vehicle?
bags and shit.
Look at his voice
I
crack.
don't know where in the DR this is, but if you drop a RV in they town, they might just move the entire village across the nation. Blue shirt was 17, and there's number 18 in the white shirt. How the fuck you fit 18 people in a sedan? Turns out this was a group of Haitians at the Dominican border. What up?
Haitians at the Dominican border. I was getting the idea. So that is South America. Okay, Haitians. They're actually, yeah, so the French were the ones that colonized Haiti, and then they brought a bunch of slaves over from Africa when they did. So that's where the darker individuals.
What my people
did.
doing?
Okay,
We should
that makes
stick all the
sense.
Haitian politicians in a vehicle and get them the fuck up out the country. Free Haiti. Meanwhile, in this powder blue car, somewhere on the streets of Russia, vehicles substitute for condoms, and it appears the sperm cells are being let loose.
Oh,
this looks like when you unzip a document on your computer
that's
and the
unnecessary.
files start going everywhere. I used to think clown cars didn't exist, but they got endless seats.
But hold on. Okay, just look at this. There's a shiznat ton of people. Look at this right here. Look at the front. You see the front is like over the tire? Look at the back. The back is literally hitting the tire right now. That's all you need to know right there. Like, good night almighty. How... Okay, that's just not appropriate. I don't know how this car moved, period. Like, I think they just got in the car and then got back out, because there's no way they moved down the street with this. Or is that how they do it? Like, they just pile people in, they keep piling until right before the wheel well actually touches the tire. And
The streets
so
of
I think
Russia,
that's what it was.
vehicles subs.
All right, we gotta
Clown
skip.
cars didn't. Single one of them used the same Netflix account.
And
they up to.
It's getting better, but you could still see here, this looks way down compared to over here. So I'm going to guess 7 more people come out of this car.
To 11, make that 12,
1,
13. Is nobody in these
2,
countries claustrophobic? And it appears there's people locked inside the trunk.
2, I would
These
say
kind
5
of
more
vehicles
coming
gotta
out.
be found on my 600-pound life. The shocks
2,
are impeccable. These cars could uphold a herd
3,
of Groudon, and it appears there's another in the trunk. Another
4,
one with
a
the guitar.
guitar.
Homie was a human
5,
stereo
I say 2
playing
more.
music from the trunk, and there is number
Ah.
17.
Nope.
And just
So it's
when I
only
thought
5
cars
more.
couldn't get more interesting, how the hell you hide a human underneath the dashboard? There's
There's
no
6.
way you telling me somebody is hiding underneath dashboard.
That's not safe. That's not safe. How in the world? Like, you would literally get burned. How in the... Like, there's no way you're...
out here in these streets. There is no way this brother did not turn into a transformer. What oxygen are you breathing? This man is inhaling transmission oil. He's gotta be a first ballot hide-and-go-seek Hall of Famer. I could barely get my hands into my vehicle to change the headlights.
Who are you telling? Changing oil sucks. Reaching in there, trying to get... My fat hands cannot do jack squat. Meanwhile, these guys are fitting entire humans inside these areas. There's no way.
They put a human underneath the dashboard. Did they build the car around him? This man was hiding inside the car roof box. I guess he didn't have enough money to call the U-Haul. He decided to try to haul himself. But what's killing me is how the white man looks so perplexed, like you ain't know this man was inside your car. How he gonna lock himself in without a key? He fit himself and his entire belongings inside a car roof box. This is ridiculous. And if you thought the dashboard was crazy, this man is hidden inside the bumper. Rumor has it he hasn't kissed somebody in years. His breath been smelling like
Is he
exhaust
dead?
since 95. There is no way they didn't make this car with this man inside the bumper. To make matters even worse, they didn't even have a bumper bully on the car. If they got rear-ended, it was over for this man. Do you know the level of patience
Is it
you
not
have to
already
have to
over?
be
No,
able
he's
to
alive.
relax
He's moving.
inside of a bumper? The balls of this man gotta be made of...
And he has a gut, too. This guy ain't like
Be
no
able
little
to
skinny dude.
relax
Look at his gut.
inside
Like, he's got a little gut on him, and he's fitting inside a bumper.
of a bumper? The balls of this man gotta be made of steel. You chose the bumper of all locations? This dude gotta be a hitman or something.
Imagine you're a cop. It's your first day on the job. You make a routine stop. The car takes off only to see they got 200 people in the damn pickup truck. What kind of Krusty the Clown Uber pool car is this? They got a Juan at a time. Whoever packed them in there must have been the
Juan
most
at a
elite
time.
Tetris player. The shocks on this vehicle gotta be stronger than Thanos. How you fit a
Yeah, no
starting
kidding.
offense and defense in a damn pickup truck? My spine hurt just imagining how to turn on. Peep home. homie
What
on
up,
the left,
James?
he activated his escape. I would have immigrant. You old back.
That's
You
crazy.
all what you
Got out the car with a gallon of water. Ain't nobody got time for that.
In my youth, I heard you all what you eat. Evidently, this brother became a mattress. Somebody said this the greatest unboxing video ever produced. Homie looked like he just woke up.
You are what you eat. Homie became
His
a
parents
mattress.
told him to go to bed, and he took it way more serious than we thought. Where's Abe Lincoln when you need him? Who knew there was slavery at Bob's Furniture? If he was delivered to somebody's house on Valentine's Day, a couple would have been making babies on top of somebody's baby. Sometimes I lay in bed after my alarm goes off. These motherfuckers lay in bed for transportation. Homie looking at the police like this is not my destination. The GPS is...
Why do you look at, like...
somebody's baby.
Oh, no.
Sometimes I lay in bed after my alarm goes off. These motherfuckers lay in bed for transportation.
Vampire.
Homie looking at the police like this is not
Coming
a
out of
napkin.
the
There was a
coffin.
teenager hiding underneath a plane. Homie caught a flight like never before. Who needs a plane ticket when you could just hold on to the wheel? Man, was
Hold
homie
on
gopping.
to
He
the
was all
wheel.
leaving one made to their destination to river left ever Hawaii. But all jokes aside, these two locations got to be the crazy, the soon enough antenna.
That was nice. All right. Well, there you go. That was a wild one for sure. Hide and seek video. The engine one is the most insane. I don't know how he didn't get burned up. Like, that's just not okay. That was wild. So it's 9 minutes. As in 9 minutes long, or it go to the 9 minutes thing. So I don't know. Whatever. You guys get it. All right. Let's take a look at the NBA scores while we're here. Ooh, Knicks pulled away from Atlanta. They're going to tie it up. 1-1. Memphis and Utah. I'm definitely not staying up for that. That ain't happening. Not happening. I got a long drive ahead of me tomorrow. Long drive ahead. But anyway, I think I'm going to call it a little bit of an early night. As I said, long drive tomorrow. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys all for hanging out for the Chris and Tim podcast. Enjoyed it as usual. You guys are awesome. See if there's any last comments real quick. The two videos are 9 minutes long. I got you. But nonetheless, yeah, have people in the Discord throw some videos that would be fun to react to. I'm probably more looking for like sports-based videos. Chiseled Adonis, I mean, that was funny, and I'm like, but at the same time, I probably won't watch too many more of his videos because, as we talked about, his videos are a little bit vulgar. I'm not necessarily super opposed to it, but it's definitely tough. James, I will not be streaming tomorrow. I have to go out of town for work. So I am leaving tomorrow morning to go to Ocean City, Maryland, and then I am staying the night over there. I got a bunch of work at my uncle's, my boss. He's my uncle and my boss. But he has a bunch of work at his beach house. He's completely renovating it, and we're doing a bunch of stuff there. So I will not be streaming tomorrow. But thank you guys all for joining me, and I will see you maybe Saturday, but worst case scenario, I'll definitely see you Monday after Memorial Day. I will not be streaming Sunday, and but worst case scenario, I'll see you Monday, and probably I think we could probably do Saturday. I have to go to Pennsylvania as well, but we'll see. And until next time, see ya!